So I locked this in place, took the bolt out, I removed all the caps from the camshaft, marked my camshaft to the best of my ability, and it's time to lift it out. So here's the old cam, and you can see where the lobes are being cut. So there's 1, 2, and I think there's, and this. So 4 out of 6 are cut. Anyway, here's the new one. So we got brand new lobes, no cuts. I did mark it, so what happens is when you bring the new camshaft, the marks do not get transferred over. That's why you mark this and this, because these will be staying here. All you have to do is loosen up all the caps, remove the bolt, slide this off, and the camshaft lifts out. Replace all your roller rockers and lifters, and put the camshaft back into position. Line up that little knot. See that dot? Line up where it was, and you will see the camshaft, the gear will sit on exactly how it wants to, and then you can torque this down. Next, I'm going to go ahead and replace the bottom one. The bottom one is the same way. You're going to remove all the caps out, disconnect this bolt. This one is preloaded. You see the spring back here? Yeah. So this one always has a little play. When you take this one out and you bring back in, this will be adjusted back. So all you need to do is put a socket on this and crank it this way until this lines up. That's it. I didn't use any tools on this one. I don't think you need any, but the driver's side, I would need a tool to lift the tensioner out and then put the guide down. So on this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, close it back up, and move to the driver's side. There we go. The cam's out. We're replacing all the old ones. So these are the new ones back here. So I'm gonna put a new cam in. I just have it floating like that, and then I'll put the cam caps on and tighten it down. So I got this side done, and what I can tell you is this side is a little bit more work than it is on the passenger side. You see this cooler right here, AGR cooler? That has to be removed. I mean, you don't have to completely remove it. There are 2 bolts underneath here, and one is easy to get. The other one is a very tight spot. So you have to go from here like this to get to it. I didn't remove mine all the way. It gives me enough room to separate this and get my valve cover out. Without this, you cannot take the valve cover out, and if you try, you will break it. So the camshafts and lifters on this side installation is the same. And the only thing you have to do is you do have to use specific tool. It's like a hook, like this one here, to go into the tensioner, pull the tensioner up, and release the tension on the chain to get both of the cam phasers out. I only took one at a time. I did not want to deal with any problems. So, all right. So here we are. Secure the cable here, secure the cable there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working my way into installing my intake manifold now. And this guy here is bolted together with this bolt right here, and it's painful. I don't know if I can show you, but you gotta go in like this and put the bolt in right here. So my hand's going through the brake booster, brake master cylinder under here, and then I'm gonna tighten that. And then you have 2 flange bolts right here. Don't forget these. I would recommend installing these, hand tightening them before getting the mount bolts tightened up. There's a gasket there. It is clamped on to the cooler, which is good, so you don't drop it. But if you did drop it, pick it up, put it back in. And get yourself 13mm socket and torque these bad boys down. Make sure you don't have exhaust leak. Definitely you don't want that. Alright. Get to the other bolts. I just go down here. I can see the bolt already. So I'm just gonna crank it slowly and tighten it up. So remembering where things go is a big deal here. So this hose runs on this side of the bracket, not on the other side. And this little mount here is gonna connect like this into the intake manifold. So I have the bottom bolt secured, not tightened. So I'm gonna slide the manifold this way and drop it in. This is how everything should look like before you start to drop your manifold in. Make sure your cooling lines are back in. EGR cooler is plugged in. EGR cooler tube. That looks like this. You can plug it in right now. So what I've done is I just hand tightened the bracket here and the bolts here. And the intake manifold is still loose. That one is not connected. There's no gasket there yet. And I'm just gonna go ahead and guide all the long bolts and install them. Perfect. I'm gonna go on the other side, line up my intake manifold and tighten it down. Another trick for the EGR fitting right here is you bolt in the back first and then attach the front one, because you will have to move this around. I did not put any bolts here, so you gotta do that last. So once that is done, you're gonna put the fittings back in. This is your wiring harness for the map sensor. Okay, that plugs in. This is your vacuum line that comes back and pushes in. This right here goes into the intake manifold and you slide it back in. These are the fittings and hoses, how they're connected, you can see. And this will go to the intake manifold. So right here I have roughly connected. There's one bolt missing. I'm gonna go ahead tighten these. These are 10-1 here and then 10-1 here, and then there's a bolt right above the AC compressor that you have to tighten for that bracket. Then you're gonna put these two bolts here, and of course I disconnected the radiator reservoir tank. I'm gonna connect that one back in, and then you have these plugs right here. One is for your throttle body and one is for your EGR valve. So you gotta connect these. There you go. The throttle body plug right here. There you go. Lock it in place. Secure the wire. Secure the wire here. And next I'm gonna secure them onto this bolt here. If you try to install the mount into the manifold and it doesn't fit, you just loosen the bottom two bolts and move the mount in place, and that way it will fit. Now just connect this vacuum line here. Perfect. And this tees into these and into the pump. So that goes to here. I'm gonna connect the reservoir tank. So the reservoir tank slides onto that fitting and onto these studs. This bottom hose right here just slips on and locks in place. Make sure it locks up. Then you're gonna connect this T. There we go. Then connect this side to the radiator nipple right here. Perfect. Secure it with the clamps. There you go. This one here. Right on that. Alright everybody, so I haven't put everything back together. I gotta put on the battery cover that's on here, put the engine cover on there. I got the engine running. I don't hear any noise. I had one issue with the EGR. There's an O-ring in here. Make sure that seats properly or you're gonna have a noise. So everything is good. I'm just gonna put the cover back on. So we replace all the rollers, rockers, lifters, 4 cams, new valve cover gaskets, new intake manifold gaskets, new spark plugs, and it's beautiful. It's running quiet like it's supposed to. So these are 2 bolts here. These are 4 bolts here for the box. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya in the next video. Take care. Bye.